blood and memory to save a stack of pages and a name inside a book. But what did the book remember in return? Now the tempest roils before you. Slipping through the tempest like a knife through a secret, it carries something old, something bound in soul-stealing silence. Something that wants your ledger back. And the freed souls? They're not safe. Not yet. Some want to follow, some want to flee, some want to burn. So light your lanterns, wrap your passions tight around your soul, for tonight you chase a shadow across the storm. And if you're lucky, only if you're lucky, you might live long enough to stand before the door forever and choose what to leave behind. Welcome, traveler, to the abyss. Excellent. How's everyone doing tonight for reals? We're going to go around. We're going to do a quick introduction. Tell us who you're playing. Tell us your basic concept. I think I hear a little bit of an echo from somebody. Oh, I did not. Excellent. Fantastic. We're going to start with Nerdwire. Nerdwire, tell us about yourself. Tell us about John Purple.
I'm getting a little bit of an echo from Wildwood. I noticed his mic sliding up. I don't know why.
Could be on
really weird.
headphones.
That's what I would think too.
What?
It was weird. It was weird. I don't know why. But my name's Nerdwire Plays. I play a lot of games, mostly Nintendo stuff, over on my channel. And you can find me live most of the time playing Nintendo Switch 2 here lately. To those of you who celebrate, happy Nintendo Switch 2 week. To those who don't, we'll look forward to seeing you on the racetracks in the coming weeks. I play a little dude named John Purple, John Purple Barrowman, and he's made some choices over the last few weeks. Some of them great, some of them awful, most of them disgusting, because he's a disgusting man. And that being said, we're out here, we're living in air quotes. We're living for that paper, and you know, life's always got to be about that paper. So that's who I'm playing. That's who I'm playing, and I'm excited to see what Unlife has in store for me tonight.
Excellent. So, Team Wildwood, you're up next.
Yo. Well, I am Team Wildwood, streaming retro, but not too much lately these days, but just mostly getting down on the Switch too lately, playing some Mario Kart, whatnot. Along with the wife, who's also one of the doctors here. I am the other, and we're kind of mixed up in this craziness lately. I know we had the crazy fight against the Cerberus, and we all fled the boat, and there's just kind of in what seems to be a panic right now. But I'm all for it. We saved some people. That's cool on us. Doing good in the afterlife. But it feels like a bit of chaos lately in a interesting, good way.
Excellent. Now, Keyword Savior, tell us about yourself. Tell
All
us
right.
about your character.
I am Keywork Savior. I do stream here on Twitch. I actually streamed today for a good stretch. Also, that Switch
A
too.
nice one.
I checked out Tears of the Kingdom. It's like silk across your eyeballs, man. It's so pretty. And then got down with that Mario Kart World, as you do. Anyway, I am playing Saris Harris, your everybody's favorite 1920s shyster paranormalist or investigator. And yeah, he's still kind of tagging along. He wasn't there for the Cerberus fight. He kind of beat feet because he's kind of 6 shades of useless when it comes to a fight so far, unless we consider drawing or transferring corpus. But maybe he'll become a little bit more useful before we end our campaign here. We'll have to see. But he serves his uses. He's comic relief.
That brings us to Sakra or Sakra. I don't know yet, so we're gonna go with both for now.
Please stop it. I'm
Yep.
Sakura. I play games. Old and new, I also cover events such as Summer Games Fest this weekend. I play Gaius, a 2,000-year dead Roman centurion who has decided to help his friends and seek transcendence, a peaceful end.
Peaceful end. That's the best we can hope for, I believe. before we can reach our peaceful end, I have a couple questions to ask everybody. I need to know your current pathos levels, your current health level, and your current willpower. I'm going to start with John Purple.
So my current pathos is sitting at I believe. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. I'm looking at the doctor's. My current pathos is a 1. My current corpus is at 3.
Okay.
And what was the other one?
Your willpower.
My current willpower is a 5.
5. Okay. Now, Doctor. Same for you. Pathos, health, and willpower.
5 pathos, 5 taken 5 damage, and I have 5 willpower. 5, 5, and 5.
5, 5, and 5. Saris, you're probably at full health.
I am at full health. I have 6 pathos and 5 willpower.
Willpower and Gaius.
For pathos, 10 corpus, 5 willpower.
Excellent. All right. You're on the ship. You've managed to get to the ship with all 30 of the inhabitants of the island. As you did so, the island sank into the tempest. Gone. Temple, tower, and all. Leaving you with 30 souls that just began screaming. I want to offer you a moment after they stop screaming for some group role play before we kick things off, if that's okay with you. Is that something you guys are interested in doing?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right, excellent. We got a flicker of the lights. That doesn't really apply to this. I'll get you those back. That's more for werewolf, but I'll get those back to you. So we're gonna kick things off in the dark already of the Tempest, while you do some group role play. I'm gonna let my dog in. One moment, please.
Slick Jonas laid me down on the deck of the ship. I'm kind of clutching my comic books and the tome that I've taken from the Cerberus Tower up top, and I'm clutching it tightly. But I'm like, John is laying there on the deck, and he's groaning in pain, and he looks up, and as he looks up, he sees Jake Hall, and he said, sorry, I said Jake Hyde. I don't know why I did that. But he sees Jake Hall, and he looks him dead in the eye, and with a little bit of a groan, he says, I need a doctor. You're a doctor, right?
Yeah, yes. Not usually that kind of doctor.
Mr. Jonas, I'll thank you for saving that man. We can count ourselves even now.
I still hate you.
Touches down after he puts Purple down. The wings fold back. The Argos wings fold back in, and he looks and he goes, "Hey, don't mention it. I was probably gonna help him anyway. You didn't really have to coerce me, but he did a good deed. I wasn't gonna let him, fall to oblivion here.
Well, we thank you nonetheless.
But I recommend.
I got some questions for you. Why did we have to fish you out of the Tempest? Why couldn't you have just flown onto our boat to begin with?
Well, you gotta understand, it's very. You can only fly very short distances. It's not like I can just, teleport in the Tempest.
Oh, you're slow. I understand.
He's a good person, and you have some good in you as well, Jonas.
Hey, thank you, big guy. Thank you. Now, what I recommend is, he looks up at the clouds. I'm gonna see if I can get with Asher, that guy over there, and see if we can't rustle these people downstairs. Does anyone want to help me with that?
Most certainly. It's a bit of a panic. I'm glad they're not yelling anymore, at least.
One thing you've noticed is the deck is shoulder to shoulder with people, and you're going to have to bring them down into the ship, which brings you to wonder, what was this ship originally? What was its design? What was it for? Why can it hold 30 people?
Well, while it can't hold 30 of us up here, let's push it down decks. Come on, everyone.
as you're getting ready to get them going, I'm going to slowly kind of hand some reading material out to the people that are going there, trying to say, hey, check out this book.
Make sure you
And
wash
as
your
they-
hands each time you turn the page.
As they do that, I'm so excited about it. I'm still in a lot of pain, but I'm super excited about it. And I'm introducing these people to comic books, which is one of my passions, which is instilling a sense of wonder. And I need to get some pathos back because I have one.
Roll your passion.
All right.
Out of curiosity,
Bingo.
you guys speak? Anyone speak for you, Tess?
Roll that 10.
Ah,
Go again.
ah.
Go again.
Dude, look at all those successes. Look at all those
Okay.
successes.
Okay, so how many was that altogether?
That's three total.
Give
three
yourself
total.
3 pathos back.
Yes, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
All right.
So you're actually handing out your comic books.
I'm gonna need those back. Let me be very, very clear. I'm gonna need those back, but I want everyone to get well acquainted with Secret Wars, one of the most important events that ever happened in Marvel comic book history in 1980.
They all begin
In the 80s.
speaking a language that you don't understand.
Yeah, if you can't read it, it's pretty pictures still yet.
Good pictures.
Good pictures, and just please, no more screaming. And I'm putting my hands up.
Highest though, I want you to make an intelligence plus academics check.
Who's doing that check?
Highest. That's absolutely fine.
Sorry, distracted. Intelligence.
Intelligence plus academics. That's really good. Reroll the 10.
Mm-hmm.
There was only difficulty 6.
Nice.
Roll it again. Roll it again. So your curse of the 2s is over.
Mm.
Okay, well, it was over, but you're doing better. You're doing pretty good.
Spoke.
Still got 4
I'd say something,
successes.
Zed.
Guys,
I'd say
you
something.
recognize that this is Phoenician, close enough to Carthage that you can maybe communicate with them rudimentarily, the way you communicated with them way back during the Punic Wars. These are very old wraiths. So you at least perhaps you might also dredge up
I
some bad
mostly
memories.
communicated with my sword.
Okay,
Yeah, and then point at the sword.
so that's a choice. Doctor,
I'll try.
Doctor, Wildwood, you said something about the doctor.
Oh, did I?
You mentioned something. You role played something with the people. Okay,
I was
As
telling
you
him to
guys
go
are
down to
taking
lower
them down
decks. I can't remember that. Anything else other than that?
As you guys are
Alright.
taking them down there, I think there's still a mystery that we haven't really addressed, and it's what's behind the door in the hole. I don't want to put all these people down there, only for something to consume them. We don't know what's in there.
We don't have a
What's with
safer
this
place
door?
for them either.
You folks mentioned this door before. We were about to open it up, and then we got attacked by the Jonas Slicks.
I'll go look. Hang tight.
Something always happens. Something always happens when you go open the store.
Maybe there's something in there that'll make me worth a spit in a fight.
I'm gonna come with you guys, but I'm gonna kind of stick around the back. I don't have a whole lot of.
You should just rest there, John.
I should at least come down there. I don't want to be left up here alone with multiple Jonases, possibly.
How much corpus does he have?
I feel like I'm a. If
3.
you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10 how I'm feeling 3.
All right, I'm gonna use my usury to transfer corpus.
Okay, how
Okay.
much of your corpus are you giving him, or your pathos are you converting?
No, I can actually directly siphon corpus.
Okay, so you're gonna siphon your own corpus to
Yep.
his
So
corpus. Okay,
2.
2. All right, so he actually, you see a pulse. Roll it.
What am I rolling?
Oh, well, you need me to look it up for you. Okay, one
Oh,
second.
my bad. Yeah, I should have had that up. That's I'm
Let me pull it up for
spacing
you.
out here.
They're good, brother.
Not entirely, but if you want to set it here, I'll take it.
I did get attacked by the Jonas Brothers.
Corpus Conduit is level 3. You have Corpus Conduit?
You know what? I think I'm a total noob sauce. I think I just put the points in Arcanoi, and I never actually determine which abilities I have.
Do you have it at level 3 at least?
I have Usury 3, yeah.
Okay, so take it as you would have Corpus Conduit as a commoner anyway, not as a guild member. All right, so you're going to roll Charisma plus Usury, difficulty of the current corpus level or health levels. So difficulty 3.
Okay. Usury, my bad. Usury plus what?
Usury plus Charisma.
Charisma. Okay. So 7.
Yes.
Yep.
That was spicy in my ears.
Ooh. All of it.
Right. That's all of it. Yes, but how? Okay, now to receive it, you need to roll manipulation plus usury, difficulty the target's willpower. What's your willpower?
5.
5. Okay. 5. All right, roll it.
Oh,
That's
There
you
you
only
go.
have one
You get 'em.
willpower.
I thought you said I rolled manipulation against the difficulty of the willpower. I have 1 manipulation.
No, it's manipulation plus. Oh yeah. The Wraith may transfer up to 1 corpus per success. No. I'm sorry, not you, Mike. I'm not Mike. Keyword Saver. You roll manipulation plus usury now.
It talked.
Yep. Sorry about that, brother.
It's all good. So that's another 7 roll.
Raffle.
And I got to reroll, what, 3 of them?
You roll 3 of
Yeah.
them. Okay, so yeah, all right. So you did all right. How much do you actually want to transfer?
I
Said
was
2?
going to say it. I was going to transfer up 2. I could give him 3. I'm full out 10, so I'll give him
Okay.
3. I'll bring him up to 6.
Fantastic.
As I feel the corpus flow into my blood. I don't know how we transfer it. There's no blood.
I
There's
go
no
full
blood.
Vortigaunt.
There is a transfer of light between the two of you. As you see a portion that he becomes less substantial in ways where you can, he becomes a little transparent. As he's literally giving portions of himself that he's going to have to heal on his own. He's giving of himself to you.
John is
I give myself unto you.
John's flabbergasted, and he sees this, and he kind of drops to his knees and grabs Saris by the wrists and kind of just puts his face into his hands and just says, "Thank you so much. Thank you."
Get up. Get up. Get up. It's fine. Our success is our success. None of us gets out of here without any of us. So I want to keep you walking. You drive this boat. We'll get going where we need to go. Hopefully sooner than later. Hopefully we find something better than what we found. What did you guys do to that dog? Like, why did you mess with that thing? Did you not see me? I got out of there as soon as I saw that. There was nothing for us there.
I misunderstood the objective. I'm not gonna lie. I misunderstood the objective. I thought we wanted the book. I thought that's what you guys would have wanted. I tried to do. I don't know what I was doing.
I don't think any of
was
us
just
know
trying to
what's
help.
going on,
it's true.
but I think we kind of need to pick our fights maybe a little better.
I don't
Yeah.
know what this book is. And as I say that, I kind of hold it out and then just like let it thud on the ground in front of me because I'm still kneeling. And let it thud on the ground in front of me.
It doesn't open.
What is it?
It thuds right to the ground, closed. It's a heavy heavy tome. Very thick. You're lucky you were able to carry it. Well, you're a very strong individual, John Purple. So it wasn't so difficult
Let's
for
look
you.
at that later. We need to take care of this door.
Are we
First
sure
things
about this
first.
door?
Let's get
You
these
still-
30
you-
screw heads down below decks.
Okay.
While we're down there, I think we can check out the door.
I wish we could speak with him a bit. You try to have him hang tight.
We can start guiding them. But I still think we should check what's behind the door before we put them down here.
Fair enough. We've been worried about this door for far too long. We could use the space.
Since we got the ship.
I hope something wasn't locked in there on purpose, though. Admittedly, everything else on this ship has been for the better, it would seem. It has helped us. It's always done right to us.
I'm still trying to get used to a couple of things that I've got.
I say in broken Carthenian, wait moment.
One of them looks up at you, and he says back, he kind of uses his hands. He acts as if he's talking to someone who should understand his language but doesn't. And he says it slowly, and you get the gist of it. He's like, do you understand? Is what he's getting across to you. Do you understand?
I kind of look at Gaius and I'm like, I point, and then I point at Gaius again, and then I point at Lockface over there.
No-
Understand some, been time, long.
A man approaches from out of the gaggle, dressed in the same black robes as everyone else, black funerary robes. His eyes are missing, and his throat is cut from ear to ear. His death marks still as fresh as any race, never been moliated, never been changed, never been modified in any way, shape, or form, just visible. He steps forward and he begins to speak, and it's not his mouth that moves, it's his neck, and the words flow from the gap in his neck.
A
Centurion,
stoma.
what'd you say?
He's got a stoma.
If it's a really big stoma.
Centurion, you save us. Tell us what to do. I want you to make a leadership plus charisma roll, Gaius. And then tell me what you say. You get one success, which is all you really needed. It was difficulty 6. I should have mentioned that before. I do apologize. I'll make sure to give you difficulties before you roll. He seems to hesitate for a moment, but he nods and he turns around and he begins talking hurriedly to the people, and they seem to treat him with some kind of deference, as if he's someone who was of importance on the island. And he starts leading them kind of downstairs through the hold, down into the vast area below, where there's plenty of room for people.
Are we on the Amistad?
we're on my ship, the Black Veil.
Amistad
Um,
too.
But as they're getting ready to go, an idea comes to my mind, and I'm like, I don't know why I haven't attempted this before, but I'm going to try to assume the shell of this. Maybe I can see what's in there without us actually having to open the door.
It's a very good idea.
So I need to roll dexterity plus inhabit. Difficulty is 6. Only one success is necessary for the Wraith to enter the object. Additional successes provide details of the device's principles of operation or information stored within it. All I'm looking for is what is in there. So dexterity.
I say
What?
before they leave. Now forward, go down. We protect.
And
Fantastic.
then plus another another one. So I've got 5 that I can roll in this. Difficulty was 6.
That's a botch.
Yep.
That is a botch.
So as I go to try to inhabit it, because I don't fully understand the power that I have, I jump out and I throw my arms and legs out, kind of spread eagle, and I slap face down on the deck. And I'm just laying there.
He's
Face
just
down
laying
on
there.
What are you
Does he
doing?
get
Joe?
any angst from failing that?
The deck moans beneath you, not from the pressure of waves, but from the weight of memory. The tempest begins to swell beyond bearing. You hear a bell. 2 bells. Those of you who've been in the Shadowlands recognize the bells. Sound of a coming maelstrom. Violent storms that wreck even Necropoli. Akin to hurricanes. In the tempest, whose very winds and lightning can destroy the corpus of a wraith just from exposure. Something has riled the tempest. Perhaps it's the crumbling of a far shore. The destruction of one at the hands of greed, perhaps?
Not my fault.
Hashtag not John Purple's fault.
Tell it to the sky.
Right.
Above the sky turns like bruised milk, violent, black, the color of bruised soul stuff. Below, your ship groans like a coffin caught in the throes of a flood. All around you, the wind cuts like sorrow made sharp. A 3rd bell.
I
Mr.
lean
Purple.
up. I kind of get back up to my knees, and I'm like, "Hold on, I want to try that again. I know I can do this. I know
not
that
have
I
time.
can do this."
I'm sure you can, but we have bigger problems now.
Here I go. Okay.
Mr. Purple, perhaps maybe you should get this ship out of this locale and other people can attempt to open this door down here. You're
I
the
am
only
in it.
person who can steer this rig.
I am in it.
He inhabits the Black Veil.
Oh,
His
that's right.
body melds with the ship. You begin to sense everything around you. You feel it, the churning of the waves. The change in pressure. You hear the bell. The 3rd bell again, still ringing. The maelstrom is coming. But you have questions you want to ask. Ask your questions.
I have 3 questions I can ask about
Yes, you
this.
can. Go for it.
The first question that I want to ask is, what is stored behind the door? What can I perceive that is stored behind the door?
There's a chest.
Only a chest?
There's a chest, a desk, papers on the desk. But most importantly, the chest is large. It's a very large chest. There's a desk. There's an ashtray on the desk.
Feels like a captain's quarters.
It very much looks like a captain's quarters.
Okay. The second question that I want to ask is there any, from my perception, where is the safest place for these people to be? Is it in the hull, or is there somewhere else within this ship that we can take them?
The safest place is probably in the hold. Right now, off the ship is probably the safest, but in the hold for right now is what the best you've got.
Okay. Okay. The third question that I want to ask is is the ship in any danger of hitting rocks that we could not perceive from the deck where we are currently parked?
Unclear.
Okay. Those are my three questions. I dive back out of the ship.
Hold on. As he sinks into the ship, he drops the book, the giant book that he had grabbed, and it falls to the ground, and it opens. Who does anyone retrieve the book? Was anyone curious about the book?
I'm gonna look
been
at
down
it
to pick
at
it up.
least.
Who reaches for it first?
Gotta roll
I'm just
for it.
Rock,
looking.
paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
I'll say I stoop for it as soon as I see it dropping.
Sarah.
Unless the doctor wants to flip for it.
Well, who wants it? It's important. It could be important.
Could be.
As you lean in, Saris, you notice it's open to a page, and your name is scrawled. As you kneel in, your name becomes clear. It wasn't there from a distance. It's as if it just sort of fades in as you get closer. And you're the one who's leaning into the book. Your name appears, and you see once again your death. But as you turn, the perspective of it changes. It's a moving picture. And you see a form from the window getting smaller as you're falling, and the form is getting shadowier and smaller and smaller. But you recognize it. Just for a moment. Wasn't a ghost. Wasn't a wraith. It was your client.
My client.
Your client.
She slipped me some ayahuasca in my coffee or what? That wasn't no mundane trick of the light. I saw things. I'd never seen things like that. This is wrong. This is
What'd you
wrong. She
see?
wasn't there.
What are you talking about?
This book. I
What
saw
about the
myself
book?
die again. I saw myself die. But it's lying. It said that lady was there. The lady who hired me.
Is it different than the lighthouse vision?
I'm gonna say it was. What is this place? Why would it tell us things about our own deaths? The things that why would it lie? Is it messing with us? Does it want us to think things? That's not the way that happened.
Let me see this book.
The wind
Yeah,
begins
go ahead.
picking
Be
up.
my guest.
As you pick up
Reach for the book.
As you pick up the book, the page flips, and it says your name is scrawled along the top. Your name, not your wife's, just your name. And you begin to see the prelude, the setup to the experiment. Kind of explain what was going on from your perspective, that what you remember.
It was just another average day. We came down to the basement. We were just kind of starting things up, and that's why I almost thought maybe I made a mistake. I was just getting equipment turned on, getting things hooked up, drinking the morning coffee, and all of a sudden, it just kind of everything went haywire at once, and I only got enough time to look over to the wife and make direct eye contact in a way that I thought I screwed up, and I knew it was over. And then it was just a flash after that. At least that's the best I can remember anymore.
You always blamed it on something else. It begins to continue, and you no longer see from your perspective. As the perspective begins to shift from outside. and you begin to see a third-person perspective. You do see spirits in Raven Manor,
Hmm.
but you
Well,
do
that
see,
much I expected.
yes, you do see spirits in the manor, but this perspective changes to an electrical plug with one too many plugs plugged into an extender, which was common in the 70s. It wasn't a wraith, according to this ledger, which is not similar to your memory, perhaps. It was an overloaded electrical socket that caused the explosion. As you see it arc, your equipment catches fire and explodes.
This isn't right. You're behind the scene. This must be a lie. I've already been shown the truth. What is this? I'm just gonna drop the book. Step away from
That's
it.
what I'm saying. What did he risk his lives? Our lives? Well, I don't know if these are lives, but what did he risk us for? For this book? It lies? It's just like
This
the
wine.
tower.
That's a good point.
It's like
Everything
everything
just
here is
keeps
false.
lying.
At
Everything.
that point, Purple pops back out of the.
I died simply in battle. Let me see what it brings me.
There you go, big guy.
Gaius takes the book, and it shows an exactly how you remember it, without deviation. Gaius.
Maybe. Maybe. If there's doubt, it messes with you. Gaius knows how he died. There's no doubt about that in his mind. But we have questions.
This is perfectly accurate for me.
Thank you,
I don't
sir.
know what to make of that.
I think we need to have Mr. Purple. Because he has no doubt, right? He has no disillusions about what brought about his end.
That moment,
Can
I
you
right out of the
can
ship.
you bring out that lady doctor? Can you do that? Like, when do you guys change?
We have no idea.
Well, whenever she pops in here, maybe we have to have her take a look too, see if it matches up with what you found. Mr. Purple,
I agree with that.
this book
as
here.
as I
Welcome
pop
back,
out,
by
I
the
see
way.
you guys are all looking through it, and I'm kind of I get a little bit upset. I get a little bit upset. What are you doing looking at this right now, but all by yourselves?
Well,
As
Mr.
he-
Purple,
as
you
he's
dropped it
saying
on the
that-
floor as you melded with our ship. You'll have to
We
fill
haven't
me
looked
in
at
on
it
what
by
that's
ourselves.
like.
We've looked at it together.
Respectfully, sir, I picked it up for you. Here you go. And I hand it directly to him.
With it
That book
open.
lies. That book lies.
So I need you to take a look in there. Tell me what you see. Because 50-50 shot, it's either going to show you exactly what you know for how you died, or it's going to show you some malarkey trying to mess with your mind. Because, yeah, just go ahead, please.
As he jams it into my hands, I'm imagining that it was open already. He jams it into my hands open, so I don't really have a chance to not look. What do I see?
His name, well, Gaius' name changes before you to John Barrowman. Does not say Purple. It says John Barrowman. And it shows an image of you, just exactly as you remember it, almost to a T, except that there's something different. Something you could possibly not have noticed before. But something pushes the books on you. Something starts the electrical, overloads the electrical outlet.
Sorry. I'm distracting.
You can't actually see what does it, but you get the sense that you're not alone in the shop.
Just shaking my head as I'm holding this tome. I don't I mean, I thought it was. Felt like it was an accident of what happened to me.
Please
This
fill us in.
shows a different story. It shows an intruder in my shop. Or a paying customer, not that I had a whole lot of those. I don't know what to make of this, and I genuinely
It
I
showed
don't
a
know.
different story for the others, but only true for me.
And I kind of look at Gaius with like a little bit of confusion, but at the same time like skepticality. And as I do that, I slam the book closed, dust kind of flying up off the pages, up into
Did
the
you
air.
ever have any doubts?
I didn't.
We all had doubts. Gaius never had a doubt.
I just thought it was an accident. I never really thought about it that much. It wasn't like I knew I had a lot of stuff in the store. I had tons of stuff. I just didn't want to
Yeah,
let go
lots
of
of
any of
stuff.
it. And more stuff than I should have. Fire Marshal was in near weekly going, "Oh, you need to get these books away from this electrical box." "Oh, well, your fire exit's blocked by this stack of statues over here." And I'm just, screw him, it's my collection.
See, Doctor, that lends credence. In my line of work, people cannot accept just a banal explanation for things that affect them. They always need some sort of something, a spook or something that caused the thing to fall off the shelf, right?
Right.
If there's doubts, they're going to take advantage of that. This book, these places, they take advantage of the doubt. Big guy here, he knows how he died. He's not going to see anything different. There's no doubt. So I don't think we need to put much credence in books. I think we need to work with what we see.
Well, hold on now.
Put
Books
these
are
hands
great.
on. Oh, no, sir. Books are great for stories, but this book, the stories it tells, this isn't good. This isn't going to bring us
Agreed.
anything.
This book.
Anything that we can work with.
I hate
I
to
don't like this
interrupt.
one.
Captain, we do have a storm coming.
I look
He
out
knows.
at the horizon while I've been listening to the bells ding around us and totally ignoring the fact that there is danger present. And I
Wow,
look
we
out
need
at
to get
the
these
at the
people.
sky and the sea, and I see what?
While you've been discussing this, the wind has picked up. It has not begun to pick up to a part where it's begun to harm you, but it's begun to irritate the skin. To let you know, we are at a 3-bell maelstrom. Damage per turn, 8 dice. 8 dice of damage per turn if you remain on the deck. You're going to need to get below the deck. John Purple, I had expected that you'd probably stay to inhabit it and probably pilot the ship. That's
I
an
can't.
option you have. You can't, can you?
No, I can only assume it and learn about it. I can't
Were
actually
you
control
able
it.
to open that door?
I wasn't able to open the door, but what I found in there, it's just a captain's quarters. There's a
Well, it's more space then.
chest. There's a chest in there, and I think it's totally safe for us to open. Maybe not the chest just yet. I don't know what's in the chest, but in there is a desk, chair, got an ashtray
That's
for
all
any of
fine
you
and well.
smokers out there, Sarah Saris. I don't know. You're from the 20s. You seem like a guy who'd be smoking.
More importantly, let's get these people below deck. We use this room if we need the extra
Yeah.
space.
Everybody down! Everybody
go.
down! And I'm kind of gesturing my
They are
arms
already moving.
toward
They're moving.
the stairwell.
Move faster. Let's move a little faster. 3-bell.
All right. As they begin to as they hear the bell, they begin screaming. They know exactly what this means. This is not their first maelstrom. You hear a lot of screams as they begin hustling down the steps, down into the hall, down into into the human storage area, where they are shoulder to shoulder, but safe from the oncoming maelstrom. And you join them, as I take it.
Yes.
Maiden Rue, Asher, and Slick Jonah have taken the lead and have been moving the people down below for you. But they've been helping. You've only been yelling at the tail end. You've been having your ceremony with the book kind of out in the open. While you're doing that, I want you to think back, Doctor. I want you to think back. I want you to make an intelligence plus enigmas roll. Difficulty 6. Or a cult. No, make it a cult.
Enigmas.
Make it a cult.
Okay. 6. What's my difficulty here?
6.
I have played dope in learn. It's not 9 dice.
That's an impressive dice pool. All right, so you got 3 successes. The 1 takes away the 10. Them's the breaks. But you still got 3 successes. You're thinking back to that dream. Not to the dream, but to the book. Which legion are you a member of? Which legion were you assigned to upon death? You might not remember it.
Yeah, I don't think I put it on my I didn't put it on here anywhere, so I don't know if I remember it. Yeah. A lot of thoughts were on that at the time. Should it be on my sheet somewhere? Or would it be just like something noted?
It should be something noted, but don't worry about it. That's fine.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've thought about it. But the more you think about it, you weren't part of the Grim Legion. The Grim Legion is the legion of those who died by violence at the hands of someone else. You were the Silent Legion. Legion that died by happenstance. It never made sense to you, though, because you were sure that you were assured by someone that someone else had killed you. But now, when you think back on it, and you see this new memory, you're not entirely sure. I want you to role play with that. I want you to noodle with that for a little bit. And we're going to noodle with that when we come back from break, because we're going to switch. And I'm going to have to do the whole thing again but it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I have a perfect plan for it. Gotcha. Excellent. Keyword.
I'm ready.
Nope.
I want you to make the same roll. An intelligence plus occult check.
I'm gonna drop the book down onto the deck and kind of kick it across the deck toward the doctors as they're trying to get everybody down below the hole as well. I still want it protected, even if they think it's a lie.
I get 1.
I'll skip it up.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. Yes, sorry. 1 success. That is correct. It's not it's not exactly as you remember it, but you also don't remember turning and looking up to see anyone pushing
all you. I saw was Street coming up to meet me.
That's all you saw was Street. You're seeing from a perspective. You're seeing a form. Someone pushed you out that window. You're sure of it now. It may not be who you think who looked like in the thing. That you only saw it for an instance.
I was pretty sure I propelled myself out that window.
You may have had some aid.
Well, I mean, that's been the questions on my mind, right? Something tricked me. I don't know that was a physical force, though. Why would I misremember that?
She wanted a substance? The memory's still not clear. It could, for both of you, it could still be wrong. For you, John Purple, I want you to make the same thing. Intelligence plus a call roll.
Oh, botch.
Botch. Not a botch, just a failure. You don't have more 1s than you have successes. So not a botch. You just... It's troubling. It's a little bit troubling to you. But nothing... Other than the fact that you may have this feeling that it starts to clarify. Maybe you feel like you saw gremlins, little gremlins out of the corner of your eye that day.
Little Mogwai. Little
Little
Mogwai down there.
Mogwai. Little
Didn't have a little gizmo rolling around.
little gizmos.
No. World War II gremlins. Not Mogwais. Not 1980s gremlins.
You're seeing
Oh,
things
man.
you don't remember.
Yeah.
Stacker, there's no doubt in Gaius' mind that it went exactly that way. Because it did. Yours is the one constant. There's no fracture there whatsoever. As the four of you head downstairs, Asher steps forward, his vampiric form. What? Three of you?
The three of them, because I stay on the deck to steer boat.
You're
Well,
gonna
you'll have to
stand
go
up-
back
You're gonna
up.
stay up there and steer the boat.
I feel like I
So I
have
was-
no choice.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to ask for a volunteer for me to transfer to siphon Corpus through to him to protect him while he gets us out of here. Like, he can try to use his ability, right, to zip zap us out of here like he did before.
I can attempt to. I have the pathos for it.
I can also funnel that, but I can only give so much. I need somebody else to siphon from. We got 30 willing volunteers.
You do have volunteers. Gaius will have to kind of explain what's going on. But so that's up to Gaius. So Gaius, give me a intelligence plus leadership, a manipulation plus leadership roll to get the point across, if you're willing to. But they're willing to trade. If they're willing, anyone is willing to trade Corpus for safety
And or Pathos.
or Pathos
It's-
for safety.
Yeah, I mean it's trade life or stay here and die. I can't
That'd
stay
be the
in this
easiest way to
maelstrom.
explain it to him.
I'm not asking for your life. I'm just asking for some life.
Okay. Yep.
What was the rule?
Intelligence plus leadership.
Manipulation. I thought it was yeah, intelligence plus leadership is what it was, not manipulation.
Whichever one has the higher dice pool.
Yeah.
Roll that 10 again. It's a difficulty 6, by the way. Three
Got
wraiths.
three?
3 of them out of the 10, out of the 30, step forward, and they raise their hands. Willing, they are of various size. One is large, the other's a slight child, the other's the form of an old man. They step forward and they're like, "We will offer," and in their language, "We will offer our corpus for freedom."
I turn and I look at Sarah Saris and I say, "Don't suck 'em dry."
Don't worry. I'm only going to take what I need to top you off so you can get us
Okay.
out of here. And maybe fill myself back up too.
Yeah,
How much pathos do you have right now?
I have 4.
Okay.
You
So
might
let's
wanna
start
do
with
some healing.
Corpus. Yep, let's start with Corpus. So I'm going to do charisma plus usury, and I need to roll against their current Corpus level, right?
Yes, their current corpus level. So their current corpus level is 10.
Dice pool is 7. So
Oh.
reroll 1. So I have
Reroll
1
one,
success.
yep.
Oh. Oh.
Roll again. Okay.
2 successes.
So
3
2.
successes.
Well, one of the ones.
One, two.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right.
Three.
That's right. That's right.
4,
Two.
4, wasn't it me?
No, it's difficulty 10 because that's their current health.
Oh yeah.
So that's from 1.
Yep. Poof.
Okay. Do I have to roll against? His
No,
willpower?
you don't have to. So you
Okay.
have these 2 on reserve. John Purple,
Okay.
how much health do you have right now? You're a brave
have-
man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 health right now.
Who plays John Purple's shadow?
Yo,
All right. What does John Purple's shadow have to say? Because your shadow is telling you to encourage John Purple to do this. I've received a message from your shadow, so you want to. You're being told to encourage him to stay at the helm, even though you know it's a risk.
Listen, I gotta top you off, okay? You gotta wait. So his shadow, okay. John, you need to do this. You're staying up there. You gotta get these people out of here. If not, you're a piece of scrap. Everybody's gonna hate you. There's something after the afterlife. You don't know it, but everybody's gonna talk. They're gonna know what you did or what you didn't do.
I'm getting a sense of dread, extreme dread, walking up to that will. And I go, stand at the helm, and as I grab hold of the captain's wheel there, and the ghostly chains appear in a flash, binding my wrists on both sides. And I kind of turn back with a shudder in my voice, and I'm like, I am the hero, and I'm gonna do my best for all
No,
of
you're
you.
not. No, you're not. You're a quitter. You're a quitter. You never did the things you needed to do, what you wanted to do. You're a quitter. Come on, Mr. Purple. Let's get this show on the road. Do you need more corpus? Do we need to top off? We got to get out of here.
I use another 4.
You're going to fail him. You're going to fail him.
All right. So,
All right,
I
so
need to.
can I sap from more to give to him? Did I give him those 2? Are we?
You gave him those 2, yes.
Okay.
You
Right.
can
So
sap
is
for
that
more
8?
if you want.
Then I'm an 8 right now.
The wind above you cracks, and hail begins to fall. Hail made of memory. Fragments of lost time, like socks in a dryer. Gone, but never truly forgotten. Solidified, slamming into the ship. Lightning arcs through the sky. But it's the wind. The wind is what hurts. The first gust rocks the ship. Almost takes you off your feet. Give me a dexterity plus athletics. John Purple. Difficulty 6.
Okay. I'm throwing that one in now.
Yep.
Ooh, I got 2 successes.
That's
no,
enough
1
to stay.
success.
All you need is 1 success to stay on your feet.
Okay.
You stay on your feet, but the wind hurts, and it does 8 dice of damage. Difficulty 6. I don't recommend staying as a storyteller. Oh, don't I roll that? Don't worry, you don't roll
Oh,
that.
you roll that? Yeah, don't take that roll. Thank you.
I think I will take that roll. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no. Finally, the one good roll, and it's not even supposed to be
Right, one
rolled.
absolutely incredible roll.
John Purple turns to a beacon of
He was
shining
it's
light.
called pre-rolling. It's a new thing we
And
do in
we-
Wraith.
It's a new thing we do in
Pre-rolling.
Wraith, pre-rolling. So that's
Which
4
is-
successes. So roll
Can I
your
soak any?
Yes, roll your stamina. Difficulty 6.
Got 1.
1. So take 3 corpus level as the wind whips over you.
God. Yeah, I think I'm.
Now
and
make
I
your
feel
roll.
it. I'm like, I think I could use a little bit more, guys.
Make your Argus roll.
I don't think anything you do will do anything.
All right, so I'm doing Pathos. I have to spend a dot of Pathos, and then I do Perception plus Argos. Difficulty is 6.
Well, no,
The
you are in
successes-
this. You are in the. This is a maelstrom. We are increasing the difficulty.
2.
8.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You want to spend a willpower for an automatic success.
Yes, I can do that. 1,000%.
I am
I
going
do.
Yes.
to shield him with my own body.
I was actually just going to suggest that, Sakura.
Don't.
Nice.
I did get difficulty 8, 2
You get 3
successes.
successes because you get an automatic because you spend a willpower.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
So 3 successes. We move at double the speed that we would normally move at. It's 1/2 normal travel time, so double our speed.
Yes. Where are you going? You have to have a destination in mind.
We
Was there anywhere
had
on the map that? Yeah, we were.
we had
going to
one
the
marker
point
on the map that we were headed toward. We happened to end up here at the Far Shores.
Forest Ward, yep.
We want to continue toward that dot.
Ashport.
Punch it.
All right. So you're going to spend at least 2 more turns in the Maelstrom.
Okay.
I gotta sap another rube here.
Then you have to run up and touch him.
Yep. Oh, look at that beautiful roll right there.
Oh, that's so good. Reroll that 10.
all right.
Yeah. It's good.
So
The
one
difficulty
success.
was 8.
Oh, was it 8? Okay.
Take it
nice.
from the
4
guy you've
successes.
already been taking Corpus from, because the difficulty gets lower and lower.
Okay. All right, so I got 4 to give him. How much did you
Right,
get?
so
to him?
he gives 4 back to you.
I got hit
John
by 3,
Purple.
so I did go up to 9 now. If you give me 4.
Sakura,
I'm gonna give
if
him
you try
3,
to
and I'm gonna
shield-
take 1.
Okay.
If you try to shield him, I mean, he's going to take damage too. It's just going to do damage to both of you.
There's no
I
reduction.
go to try to turn to like point back at them with my hand, and the chains kind of stop my wrist, and I'm like, no, wait, don't come out here, except Saris.
All right. But if you do come out, Sakura, I'm going to have you make a dexterity plus athletics check, difficulty 9. If you get a success, you will block half the damage that John Purple takes, but you will take it on yourself. You'll have to try to
I was gonna
soak
say, how
it.
about Gaius helps me out to go deliver the corpus?
She can't. He can't.
She can't.
You have to deliver
There.
the corpus.
Well, I mean, shields
By
me.
shielding his body.
Yes, that works. You can try shielding Saris if you like.
Okay. And then I'll
let's
have to make
ask
my own
Sakura
roll,
what they
right?
want.
Yep.
Okay, the way there, then change to purple.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I'm going to roll the damage dice. 8 damage dice. This is for both of you. Difficulty 6. You're running out to give the corpus, so you have to take the wind damage. So, and it's only 2 more turns of this. So, here we go. That's an exceptional roll for damage. That's 5. Roll your stamina, the 3 of you.
Let me reroll that 10. Okay, I got 2 successes.
So 2 of it. Take 3.
So that will erase everything that he is arriving to give me.
Yes.
All right. So what? I got 1 at 9.
3.
All right. So you take 2 Sakura. And you soaked how much, Georg? How many successes did you get?
What difficulty? 6?
6.
1.
So you take 4 damage.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
For
Gaius-
automatic success?
Gaius
automatic
did
success.
block damage
Yes.
on him too.
Yes.
So
So guys
absorb
would take
half of
take
it?
an extra 2. Yes. So you
Okay,
take
so
1.
so I take 1. Okay.
Now, as a storyteller, I don't recommend trying that again.
Mm.
Okay.
You've already used the Argos. I highly recommend going for cover. Unless you're dead set on becoming a hero. You're kind of seeing this from the doorway, Doctor. What's your reaction to what you're seeing? You're seeing the wind rip your crew members, your friends apart.
Indeed, I was actually trying to kind of flip through the book here because I know I can modify myself. I'm curious to like how tough I can make my skin if I were to do that
Body arsenal kind of style.
with Moliere.
You want to make armor?
Yeah,
I think that's a Moli 8-3.
I think you're right too. I mean, yeah, I'm just kind of watching. I mean, I can see that Saris and John are doing this transfer of power, and Gaius is blocking, and these are all things that I really can't help with. I'm rooting
Mr.
for him, but I'm extremely concerned. But I'm just watching from the door.
The ship will continue on in the path that I've set it on, right?
Yes, you're pretty
sails
sure.
are locked if they don't
yes,
break.
the sails are locked as long as they don't break.
Miss-
Thank you. As long as they don't
Mr.
break,
Purple.
the sails are locked.
I dare say the situation seems a bit untenable. Can you keep this ship going in the same direction and come back under cover with us?
I believe I can. I'm going to try to take a different route. I want to assume the shell, so that way I can make sure that I can stay aware of everything within its proximity.
You do
I'm
that,
going
sir.
to try to assume in the shell again.
Big guy, let's get back
out of
under
here.
down. This is so bad.
Let me go back to assume the shell. I'm trying to make sure I understand my rules before I do these rolls. 173.
I'm holding the door open as I'm watching them run back, and I slam that thing right behind them.
Dexterity plus inhabit. Difficulty 6. 1 success is all.
Take my willpower.
Do it.
Yes!
Oh no. Yes. Okay.
I got a success. I got
You got
one success.
One success. One success. You inhabit the
That's all you
ship
need.
again, and you feel the hail. You feel the wind. You feel the roiling of the water. You feel the entire storm around you, pushing you off course, but the ship correcting itself. Your Argos is working, but it's fighting. You are
I can
not
remain in here.
a trained harbinger.
Mm.
You're going to be lucky to get through this to where you want to be. But you're confident that you will get there. You got your successes. You're confident that it'll happen. But at what cost? That we're going to take our break. And when we come back, we will pick right up where we left off. Well, I'll see you guys in about 10. See you soon. Peace. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for going on break and sticking with us. I hope everyone took care of themselves, stretched their legs, got drinks, got a snack, reflected on what we've been through, where we are right now, adrift in the tempest during a Three Bells maelstrom, a very destructive event that could send a wraith into a harrowing at any moment. And
Good news, Gaius is back.
Gaius' voice is back.
No longer
We do-
possessed by the dragon Sacra or
Exactly.
Sacra.
Wow, Gaius and Ceres headed back toward the door to head below deck. They saw a sight that they have seen before. They saw the unconscious molliation of Dr. Jake Hall into the form of Dr. Evelyn Hydehall. As the body twists and forms and takes new shape and bubbles and bursts, bones break, and eventually the new form, new clothes, new everything except the hair on the hip remains the same. And oddly enough, the death mark. Let us begin. You don't see
She
any of this,
currently has the
Jumper.
tome, by the way. She has the
Yes,
tome.
You
by the
do
way.
have the tome, by the way.
No.
You look in
All
the
right.
tome.
Well, is it open? I
No,
have an
it's
open
not.
book in my hands.
No, you
I
have
have
a closed
book in my hands.
Closed book in your hands, yes.
I'm just kind of staring at it for a second, and then I look up. Am I outside? Am I inside the ship?
You are just inside the threshold, and you hear the bells. 3 bells. You know what that means. You know that's a maelstrom, and you know it's bad
Oh.
news to be in one in the middle of the tempest, likely.
I'm gonna turn and look for John. Where's John?
You don't see
I
John.
possess the ship.
This is bad. Does anyone know how to navigate a storm?
Pushing through past her. Dr. Hall, good to see you again. Make way. Close the door, please.
Oh.
You must be surprised.
Hey.
We'll explain. We'll explain.
All right, as you enter the door, you go downstairs and you see shoulder to shoulder all the wraiths, all in their black robes, murmuring amongst each other. No locks on their face. You haven't seen any of it. You don't know what's going on, Doctor. This is all new to you.
I've never seen any of these people.
No.
I'm gonna look to Saris as I adjust my glasses briefly and say, "We appear to have taken on a great number of passengers, sir."
Party boat. Indeed, we have. Be grateful that you showed up now and not when they first made it on. We got a lot to talk about, but first things first, and I knock on one of the walls. Mr. Purple, I hope you're holding it together out there. We came upon a tempest, and well, I guess before that, maybe the precursor to the tempest, we found what's commonly referred to. It's a far shore, right?
Yes.
All right, one of the mythical far shores, as they're called. Basically, it's a heaven that somebody believed in, but like most things around here, it seems, well, it was kind of a trick, a trap, a ruse. These are the victims that we found there, and you wouldn't believe it, but they had locks where the mouths are, but not in a good way. So yeah, we by the actions of Mr. Purple and your esteemed husband, Dr. Hall, well, that place is there no more. That book that you're holding is not the only prize that came from there, but well, we'll get back to that. But now we have these folks here. We rescued them, so to speak, from an eternity of whatever that was.
I seem to have missed a great deal.
Indeed, you have. Again, I'd say count yourself lucky that that your dear husband was here to deal with some of that, save you from it. It was a harrowing ordeal, so to speak. But Mr. Purple, right now, he's kind of in the ship. He kind of melded with it, so to speak. But,
Fascinating.
we all got these things that we can do. This is one of his, I guess. But yeah. So now we're waiting for him to get us out of this storm. He zipped us out of there. Hopefully, he can hold it together.
Indeed.
What's
Sounds
the,
like quite the event outside.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember us navigating through the tempest. I remember Slick Jonah.
Yeah, I'm
one?
I
here.
don't remember pulling the trigger, but I remember a gunshot.
The fight with
Lucky.
multiple Jonases, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, rest assured, Mr. Slick Jonas is he is still on the boat. He was not responsible for that particular kerfuffle, but we thank you for your help then and there, and same as it ever was. More problems await us. We just got to wait this one out. That
Evelyn just stands there kind of quietly and kind of looks at the book in her hands. And this?
that slight bit of contention, that one. I'm not going to tell you about it. First thing I want you to do before you open it, kind of settle a wager, so to speak. I want you to think long and hard about what you know about how you and your husband died, about what happened. Think about it with any certainty that you might have. And then I want you to open that book and see what it shows you. Please, if you don't mind. It won't hurt. We've all taken a look, and I'm not going to lead you on, but I just want you to do that for me.
Evelyn ponders for a moment and she cracks the book open.
You open it to a fresh page. This is Dr. Evelyn. What was your maiden name?
Hyde.
Dirt. This is Dr. Evelyn Hyde. Does not say
Married
Hall.
name though. That's
Does not say Hall.
yeah.
It just says
That's
Yeah,
where I
Hyde-
got Hyde from.
Hyphenated last name, yes.
yes.
I
It says
knew I got
Hyde.
Hyde
Does
from
not say
somewhere.
Hall. It says cause of death. And it just shows a picture of your husband.
She closes the book and she doesn't say anything.
You don't mind my asking, what did you see? Did it
I
depict
saw
your
lies.
death? Is it your death the way that you remember it?
No.
No. Details wrong? Showing you things?
Yes.
Yes.
You can tell she's being purposely elusive. She's not saying much. She's keeping it to very simple.
No,
one
could
word
totally
answers.
get that.
Clearly, whatever she
messed
saw
with
made her
Ceres's head,
uncomfortable,
too.
but she does not show emotions well.
From your curt answers, I will take it that you saw something akin to what I saw, which is not the truth. That book, whatever the cost of retrieving it was, I don't think was worth the price. It's deceitful. I think, and this is my theory, and I shared this with your husband, and not to put you on the spot, madam, but you were the linchpin on this debate. Whereas Gaius here has no doubts in his mind about how he perished, and he saw
The
precisely.
odd one out is myself. It showed me exactly as it was.
Thank you, sir. Whereas Mr. Purple, myself, your husband, And now you. If there's any doubt, it's showing us things that's wrong. And I don't know why anything would trying to be changing our memories about how we died, casting blame, putting people there who weren't there. I don't know what you saw. And I'm not going to pry because I can tell you didn't see something you wanted to see or what you thought you'd see. But this is just another mystery.
Dwyer, I think this is a great time for Evelyn's Shadow to chime in.
I think you know the truth. You've been looking for something malicious. Something that's a problem in your life that caused you to die. Take another good long look in that book. You know it to be true. You know your husband did nothing but bring you down. Look at
Evelyn
it.
takes a big, unnecessary breath. And she says, Mr. Harris, I'll be honest. I don't know the circumstances of my death, but I don't believe what it showed me.
That's okay. I think that just confirms what I was thinking anyway. Regardless. And I thank you. I thank you for undergoing my experiment.
I told you should look at it.
She hands the book back to Saris.
I'm
Rather
gonna use Shadow
quickly.
Call.
Oh! How many shadow dice usually?
It is 2 dots, 2 points.
Okay. So you're using Shadow Call the Thorn, correct?
Yes, the Thorn
Alright.
Shadow Call. It was difficulty 7, and I got 2 successes on it.
And what does it
There.
do?
It summons 2 specters. The type of specter that it summons is entirely up to the storyteller.
Okay, excellent. All right. Through portholes in the ship. 2 hands reach through one. And you see it begin to slide through a form. And it drops to the ground. And it's Jake Hall.
I feel this crawl through the skin that has become the ship
Yes.
for me. Oh my god.
Like a botfly.
Behind it, another Jake Hall slides out of the porthole.
Gaius?
We're going to need to do initiative.
Sword out.
Sword out. Fantastic. We're going to need to do initiative. I've got my doppelganger stats right here. So roll 1 dice, add your wits plus dexterity. Your wits plus dexterity. Uh-oh. Nerded Art, what'd you get?
That's 3, that's 8. 8.
Oh,
I got 5 total.
I got
What'd
9.
you do, Nerd? 9?
I got 9. Yep.
Look at Oh my god, Saki's on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Saki's on fire. All right, what'd you get total, Saki? 10 plus your wits plus dexterity.
15.
15. All right, let me get my pencil. Let me get my paper. And we're going to start with a 15 because Saki got...
I'm staying in the hull of the boat, just to let you know. They
Yes,
have to
okay.
perceive me before they can attack me.
Right, they can't perceive you anyway. So 15, 14, 13. Anyone get a 12 besides the doppelgangers? Okay. 11, 10, 9.
They could start
That'd be
stabbing
me,
the
but I'm
hull.
sitting in the hole.
Yep.
Yep, and I got 5.
Okay, 8.
I got 8.
8.
That's
So
us.
that's Ev. Okay. 7, 6, 5. That is Saris. All right. Fantastic. We declare from the bottom up. Saris, what are you doing?
Wishing I had been able to procure something to deal damage with.
Exactly. It's just before. I thought you guys were going right for it, too.
I did tell you, just to let you know, I did tell you there's a captain's quarters with a treasure chest that we hadn't opened yet.
I mean, there were more pressing matters. This,
But you still know that.
Yes, but what is
It's
your
not like
action?
you've forgotten it.
I guess, you know what? I'm going to attempt to steal Corpus from one of them.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Evelyn, what are you going to do?
I believe I'm gonna draw the harrower.
Spend a pathos
Get
and
ready.
fire at it? Fantastic.
Get ready to shoot.
Get out of the
Okay,
way.
you're not doing anything but inhabiting the ship, correct, Nerdwire?
Correct. I'm staying in the ship until I feel like I'm needed.
Doppelganger 1 is going to reel back a hand, but it's not a hand. His right hand is changed to the shape of a massive electrical plug with about 30 things plugged into it. And it's sparking and arcing and a little bit of flame. It's a little blackened on one of them. It's kind of charred. Like it's caught fire a little bit. And he swings that back and he swings it towards you, and the cabling on it kind of arcs like a fettuccine flurry towards Saris Harris. The other one draws a harrower out of nowhere and points it at Evelyn and fires it. But it's not a harrower, it is a sick copy of one. All right. So, and then Gaius, what do? You get to act first before anybody else. So, you're doing whatever you want to do first. All this is happening while you are surrounded by 30 other black-robed wraiths who are just like, like Minecraft villagers.
I told you to look at that book. Figured I'd just bring the book to you.
How's
I feel
Saris's
like a
health?
jerk.
Saris, how's your health?
Oh, I'm at 7. I'm okay for health.
Okay.
Gaius took a lot of damage.
Oh, do you need me
Shielding
to
you
say
on
I'm
the
going
deck.
to
Corpus and
ram my
Shielding
shield?
you
sword
on the
through.
deck.
The one with the harrower.
You're going to ram the sword through their corpus? All right, so you're going to go first. You're going to give me a dexterity plus melee check, difficulty 6. He is not trying to dodge it because he is just going to fire his weapon. So he's going to take the full blow of this. And that's going to spend the willpower to change his action. Two successes. All right, so roll your strength plus 3 for your weapon. Plus 1 for your margin of success. Strength plus 4.
Strength plus 4.
Yep, strength plus 4 total. Difficulty 6.
Ooh.
That's very good. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. He has to see if he can soak that. Oh, too many dice.
Even if he has 5 stamina. Oh, they have 4 stamina?
We roll those 2 10s.
Oh, man.
That's still 5 successes first to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Seven.
6, 7. So 2. So he still takes 2 lethal damage as the sword rams through his corpus and the blade pierces through and comes out the other side. Doppelganger 1 still using the harrower. It's not really a harrower, it's just a representation of Stonehand Punch. As it drops 3 pathos into it and fires the Stonehand Punch. Just give me 1 second to get the Stonehand Punch. Does anyone have Stonehand Punch pulled up right
Yeah,
now?
it's on page 200.
200.
And I don't know if they can do 3 unless it's just based on total Argos and not the 2 for Stonehand Punch. Player can spend 1 Pathos, makes a normal brawl attack. If it hits, he may spend 1 additional Pathos to add the Wraith's dots in Outrage
Oh,
for the
yes,
damage
that's
to the dice
correct.
pool.
All right, so here comes his Strength plus Outrage.
I found that out when I accidentally cheated a few sessions ago, and I was like, wait a second, I think I did this wrong.
We roll those 110. All right, so he's going to add 3 to his damage, according to this.
Yep.
Level up bash damage to the attacker or weapon struck using Stonehand Punch is reflexive and doesn't cost an action. All right, so here's the actual attack. 20 dice, sorry. This is against Evelyn.
Oh,
Okay, and we roll the 10.
yeah.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 successes plus 3. So, and you're not dodging, are you, Evelyn? No. Okay, so you're not going to dodge. So you will take 3, 4. Roll. Let me roll damage now. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Remove
Roll
1.
your stamina, Evelyn.
Remove 1.
Remove.
Stamina.
I did.
I think it's
That's
3,
why it's
right?
3. Yep, it's 3. Yep.
Oh, that was supposed to be 2.
Another one.
Big
All
bucks,
right.
no whammies.
Big bucks, no whammies. Take 2 damage, two bashing damage from the
Okay.
fake harrower. Next,
Not bad.
Doppelganger 2, who's swinging the fettuccine flurry of wires from his fist at Saris Harris, is also doing a Stonehand Punch. He's doing the exact same thing, making pretty much the exact same attack.
Look at you. You look stupid. What's electricity going to do here? He got 3 successes.
It's 3 on top of that. Yep, so now he makes his normal attack.
Five.
5 plus 3 is 8. Force damage.
Nice, nice, nice.
1. Roll
1.
your stamina.
Oh.
3. Okay.
Difficulty 6. Very good. As the wires slam into you, they do no damage.
Because I
As
don't
it-
believe.
Because I don't
It's-
believe. Fantastic. Evelyn,
Don't believe in the electricity.
Nerdwire, do you do anything?
Staying in the ship. Staying in the ship for
Staying
now.
in the ship. Staying in the ship. Evelyn,
Yes.
Bring in that spicy pew pew and blow a hole in his stupid face.
you're firing your
Basically,
pew-pewing. Okay. Dexterity
Yes, I'm
plus
pew-pewing.
firearms. Yep, dexterity
one
plus
closest to
firearms.
me.
Yes, no, dexterity plus firearms. Difficulty 6.
Seems like the Mrs. Dr. Hall is the crack shot.
10. Oh, 3
3.
months.
No. 2.
2 successes. All right, so now you're going to roll 2 plus 3. 5 dice for your damage. Difficulty 6.
Oh,
Reroll those 10s.
this could be good. This could
Reroll
be
that
real
10.
good. Oh,
Wow.
dang
All
it.
right. 3 damage. All right. Does it soak it?
This is the same one that Gaius already hit, right? So
Yes, this is the same one
Yeah.
that Gaius already hit. All right, so it
Soak
does
3.
soak the damage as the harrower shot blasts into its body. The body shimmers for a second, and it doesn't look like Jake anymore. It now looks like a nebulous form, androgynous, but kind of covered in a chitinous armor. And then suddenly it looks like Jake again. Smiling, face just grinning ear to ear, as it points to Harrower once more. Gaius. Well, actually, since we're in the next round,
Wait,
we go.
I didn't get to go.
Saris, you get to go. That's right.
Last but not least, I'm going to
Last but not
siphon
least.
Corpus off of this bastard.
Which one?
The one who tried to take a swing at me with his stupid electrical arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you, you stupid.
Very good. Reroll that 10. That
Ah.
stinks.
Still good though.
Still very
Still
good.
good.
Your difficulty was 6, correct?
Yep.
All right, so you still siphon off 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. But he gets a resistance roll, doesn't he?
Yes.
And what is his resistance?
Give me a half second. I have to get back up to it.
Yep.
Siphon. To receive Corpus, player rolls manipulation.
Inopportune time for two specters to attack.
Yeah, I
Right.
feel like
No,
a real
right.
hill right now. I feel like a real hill, but it felt very on brand for me shifting to the shadow.
it's true.
I don't believe
It
there
just
is.
says each use of this art to steal Corpus or health levels from an involuntary subject gives the user 2 temporary angst.
So take 2
It just says I
temporary
make the
angst.
roll.
Yep,
Ooh.
just
Says I
take your
make the
2
roll.
temporary angst.
I can transfer as many Corpus as I have successes.
Yes, you
So-
can. So you
Suck
can
and
take,
dry. What's
you
his
basically-
difficulty?
It's 6.
What was it?
You can take 5 corpus from him if you want.
Murder
I'm-
him almost.
I am. I'm gonna like I latch right onto the side of his stupid head and I just start drawing him out.
And you see light energy leaving the specter. I mean, he's
No,
taking
I
it
can't-
directly from what?
I can't go over my own health pool, but can
No,
I
you
top
can't.
off and feed some into
With a separate roll.
Gaius?
With a separate roll, yes.
Okay, I gotcha. Can I hold those 2 in suspension, I guess?
Well,
The
as
extras?
as he takes the corpus from the J. Call doppelganger, Saris's visage changes almost for a moment to look like J. Call as he absorbs 5 corpus directly from this monstrosity. But it's only momentarily.
You could, well, you could top off Gaius if you wanted to instead.
He has to wait for his next turn.
All right.
Well, instead of taking the health for himself, because Gaius was down 6 health points from
Like I
being
said,
on
can
the
I
ship hole.
transfer the extra when I get my
4.
turn?
On your turn.
4 health points?
Yes, 4 health points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
when it's
we're
my
back.
turn, I'm
Okay, Saris. So that's what you're going to do in the next turn is you're going to transfer health to Gaius?
Yeah, I feel that's the most use. So I'm going to be in this fight. So I'm going to I'm going to feed some into Gaius.
So
You
have
said
your
you're down to
necromancer.
4, Gaius?
have your dice pool ready for when it comes back to your turn. All right,
Okay.
Evelyn, what are you going to do?
I'm for down.
Um,
Oh, you're only 4 down.
I,
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna aim and fire again.
Okay.
So
Nerdwire, are you going to stay in the ship?
Staying in the ship.
Oh,
they
don't
seem
roll
like
yet.
I don't roll yet. That's right.
don't
We're
roll
just
yet.
declaring. Sorry.
Inside, I can sense that they seem to be holding their own, and everything is okay right now. So I'm gonna stay right in there. I can perceive that at least.
All right. Okay, so the doppelgangers, the one that is attacked you with the harrower, is instead going to attack the person that stuck a sword through his chest and going to attack Gaius. The one with the Fettuccine Flurry last time is no longer going to do such a silly attack. And it's going to use those wires to try to get around your neck and start choking you. Ceres. That's their plan. All right, Gaius, what are you going to do? You're going to hit him with this pointy end again?
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. Give me a dexterity plus melee check. No one's trying to dodge again. They're just taking it.
You need water.
That's better. Let's go. I know exactly what I need.
Does it happen to be alcoholic Mountain Dew?
No, it's not alcoholic Mountain Dew. It's alcoholic apple juice.
Ooh, yum. Love a good cider.
2.
2. Roll your... You got 2 successes? You did. Okay, so roll your strength plus 2 plus 3. So your strength plus 5. Difficulty 6. Nice. Reroll those 10s.
What the heck?
That's a beautiful roll.
Mm-hmm. Even if these go bad.
Nice. Look at all those successes. Roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. 10 damage. Let's see, kid. How much can he soak?
Definitely not 10.
Soak that.
Soak
Not
1.
but 1.
But 1. As you pull the sword out and you stab it again, it howls in pain as a nihil, a black hole opens underneath it. A black hole directly to the labyrinth, to oblivion. And it sucks the specter down. And it's clawing and grasping as it's sucked down, and it begins to laugh. And its shape changes as it goes down to Evelyn. Then it changes to Jake. Then it changes to Evelyn. Then it changes to Jake. Then it splits into 2 and splits back into 1. You don't. You do? Give me a dexterity plus athletics check to see if you were run into the Nihil. Exactly.
Gaius, no.
This is a real danger.
The shadow speaks to Evelyn, says, if you don't accept the truth that's in my tongue, that will be your fate.
You do not fall into the Nihil and enter the harrowing with the specter. The doppelganger that's left turns and sees its compatriot enter the drag to oblivion. And it laughs. It lets out a long, laborious laugh. And it attempts to continue what it was doing to begin to try to strangle Ceres Harris with the mess of cords wrapped around its hand. All right, so it's making a dexterity plus brawl check.
Hero of Kvatch.
6.
This is just a grapple, right?
This is just a grapple, yes.
Yeah.
This is just a grapple. Reroll 2 of those. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 3 successes. You are grappled. So he has the things around your neck, the wire around your neck, and he's choking. He hasn't done any damage to you yet, though. But you're going to have to spend a willpower to break the grapple to do what you want to do. So you're going to have to actually... Well, maybe not, because you are grappled.
I was going to say, what if he's got me grappled and I simply want to siphon more corpus off of his dumbass?
You can do that. All right, next. Evelyn. No, Nerdwire, what are you doing? Staying in the ship?
I
Coward.
am.
Look at you, coward, hiding.
I hear that. And I'm gonna pop out of the ship right where the one who's grappled Sarah Theris is.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna make a regular attack on it. Just like a surprising attack straight out of the ship. Boom, bam. To try to knock him off of Sarah Theris.
Strength. Okay, dexterity plus brawl.
You're still gonna fail these people.
4.
That's a fantastic roll. He can't dodge you, so I want you to roll your strength plus 4. Difficulty 6. This is only bashing damage, though.
Let me reroll that 110.
Reroll that 110.
There we go.
1, 2,
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5, 6?
6 successes.
5.
Okay, 5 successes. He only has 4 dice to roll, though. Difficulty 6.
Dang it!
Dang it. Oh, wow. As you punch him, maybe you wish you would use your stone hand punch. As you basically just bruise his jaw. If you had a jaw to bruise, so to speak. You just bruised at Jake's jaw.
Bruises ego.
Evelyn.
I tried, Sarah. Sorry, dude. I'm standing there with my hands up at that point.
I take aim with the harrower and I fire. So I
1,
reroll
2,
2.
3. You don't re-roll them. You spend willpower for automatic successes before you declare the roll.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you got 3 successes. Still enough to hit. So I want you to roll your successes 3 plus 3, so roll 6. Difficulty 6 for damage.
And he's already soaked damage, so...
He can soak any number of damage.
Oh,
He gets
you can
soak
continue
again.
to soak?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
4.
4? Okay.
Let's see, how much health does he have left? I've taken 5.
He had 6 originally. Whenever you did that corpus suck roll. So he should be gone.
He should be gone
Actually.
soon. Yep, but he's got 1 health level left. And you
Oh, I
haven't,
gotcha.
and he just soaked all the harrower shot again.
And he soaked all but 1 damage that I did to him that I
Yep.
bruised. So he shouldn't he be gone? Because
You did
Sarah's
bash,
took 5.
you did bashing
damage is
you did
different.
bashing. Yep, it hasn't
Yeah,
transferred
non-lethal.
to lethal
Non-lethal.
yet.
My bad. Yep.
All right. Okay, so Sarah,
It's my turn.
it's your turn.
You think you got a hold of me? I got a hold of you, buddy.
All right, Rorschach.
Sucking
Yell
all
out
that out.
across.
Hey, man.
Ooh,
I mean-
4 more.
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. You sucked corpus from him. You only
And then
take
it's
1
another
from
2
him.
angst.
Yeah, because you only had 1 to take.
As you do it, as you pull the remaining corpus from it, it looks you directly in the eye, and it smiles. As the hole opens beneath you, because it's grappling you.
Ah! Hang on.
Wait, it doesn't
dexterity and athletics?
disintegrate?
I'm right next to him. Can I use
I'm
dexterity?
going to use a
and
willpower
athletics
to break
grab
it.
him?
You may attempt a dexterity plus athletics.
I may or he may.
He is. He's if you re-roll. Oh, you can't re-roll that 10.
Got
You
3 successes.
You reach down and you grab him by the corpus. You grab him by the shirt and you yank back. And you pull him out just before he tumbles into the Nile with the specter that you've just destroyed. Or at least you don't know if you've destroyed it, but you've just sent it into a harrowing. It could be back at some point, but it won't be back for some time.
Kind of
I was gonna
toss
say, if
him
it-
around behiand me just a little bit as I pull him back and I release a little too quick, and I kind of do that whole yeah, I am the hero, yelling it directly into the hole.
Now, because if it loses corpus, it doesn't have a physical presence to hang on to us, right? So would
No, it does. You're just doing wounds to it. You're not
I got you.
making
I
it
got you.
insubstantial. You're just making
Oh, I
it.
gotcha. I gotcha.
You're doing damage to
Okay.
it, taking bits of it into yourself. It's a very
Gotcha.
nebulous concept.
All right. Yeah, you may a hero, but I was actually useful this time. Appears I found my means for contributing to our little scuffles that we tend to have.
Well done, everyone.
Yes, thank you. And Mr. John Purple, thank you for showing up, sir.
Not a problem.
Kind of
serious.
wondering if you were
How's
going to
the
wait and
storm?
watch.
You guys seem like you had it all under control. I'm glad I popped out when I did, though. I was trying to sucker punch that jerk off of you, but and I couldn't accomplish it. That being said, ship seems to be holding up pretty well.
Yeah.
Mr. Purple, may I point out if you are here, who is driving?
I have commanded the ship to go to a specific point. It's safe,
Counts and abilities.
as far as I could tell.
Mr. Gaius, need a little top off, perhaps? I don't know how you're hurting. Is anybody else down Corpus as well?
I am at 5.
I'm
You need it more.
at
You,
8.
you need it more than
all
Gaius
right.
does, arguably. Because Gaius is at 6.
Mm-hmm. I may have to go back out there. I don't know. I keep looking up to the sky at God and wondering if he's smiling or not. And every time I look, it feels like he is.
You really make Ceres wonder when you look at the sky, because he wonders what you're hoping to see up there.
Well,
As far as he can tell.
you would have to
I'm
put your head
somewhat wounded,
outside the door.
but the captain is more important. I can sleep this off.
When I say looking up at the sky, it's more of a metaphorical sense of
gotcha.
looking up at your box.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm
Now
wondering
I
why
get
God
you.
is smiling every time we talk about what's going on with the ship.
I hear that.
As soon
Gaius.
as
Hey,
soon as
some
the word sleep
inspectors.
comes out of Gaius's lips, she can hear a voice in the back of her head say, "Yes, go to sleep, Gaius. Sleep it off, Gaius. You'll feel so much better once you've gotten some rest."
All right. So I guess I need to, now that we're out of combat, transfer some Corpus over to Mr. John Purple.
Okay, how much? Okay, roll it. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There we go. Not a very good roll.
Not really
You only
at
had
all.
3 stored, though, I believe.
Yeah, I do.
So 2 gets transferred over. All right, the storm is still raging outside, John Purple.
I'm going to open the door. I'm not going out just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to open the door. And I am going to use Weather Eye.
Weather Eye, okay.
And go, hang on one moment. And make sure that I get to the right page here. My computer decided it said it needed an update. Hopefully it doesn't just do it on its own. 151.
Where's his skirt? No, he doesn't. Kilt. Roll the kilt.
I'm playing off
Alright.
the God is a woman trope.
So I'm always aware of current weather conditions in the Tempest already.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I can do a Perception plus Argos roll here. Difficulty 6. Number of successes determines the clarity with which I can perceive the Tempest.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Maybe roll that 10. Okay. So we got 5? 5 successes.
All right. So you can perceive the tempest very well. You can see through it. You're making headway away from the maelstrom, but you're going to need to steer through it. You're directly off course. One of your sails is broken. One of the masts is broken. You're going to have to steer the ship for at least but you still have your Argos activated. You're still moving at a very fast clip,
Yeah.
but you're going to have to try.
Okay. I need one more top off, Saris. We still have a couple of people. It'll make sure that I'm out there at full health. I'm currently at 7.
All right. Line them up. Where's our next volunteer? Because I don't want to take from that same guy again. I don't know
Another
how
one
much
steps
more.
forward. The,
He's
the
low.
slight, the slight
Difficulty's
young
gonna be 10.
child steps forward.
I
This won't hurt.
I look to
Stand
the
still.
rest of our regular crew though. And I say, hold on a second. But I say that because the difficulty is going to be 10 for you to do this if you take it from this child. Because they're full corpus.
Yes.
Evelyn,
Oh,
Gaius. I just need 3 to make sure that
Much
I can
pathos
withstand
do
this
you
and
have?
get us out of here. Me?
yeah.
I have 4.
You can use a pathos to heal, can't you?
Can I?
Yes.
I can use a pathos to heal.
Yes. Don't spend
I
all
can
your
siphon-
pathos, though.
I can siphon pathos easier than I can siphon corpus.
As long as we do not have more fights, I can spare.
Where did that even come from? In this maelstrom? Says John.
Fell out of the sky for all we know. I wouldn't put anything past this place.
Okay. Then I'm going to use 3 pathos then.
Okay.
And he says he can siphon pathos. So I'm going to use 3 pathos to heal my corpus.
Sounds good. And you're gonna head out. The rest
Hold
of you
on.
are gonna go check
I'm
that
gonna wait
door.
for I'm gonna wait
Hold
for
on, I'm gonna-
Saris.
I'm going to donate
Okay.
pathos to him from me.
Okay.
Charisma plus usury, I
yep.
believe.
Yep. Charisma
Let's check
usury.
the door.
Okay. So that's another 7 roll. And the difficulty is his current pathos.
Yes.
Which is 1. Which means you're an
So I
instant
get
success.
3 successes.
well, the ones take away. Still, no matter what, take away successes.
I get 3 successes. So I'll donate
Okay.
3 pathos to him.
Okay, that's helpful.
Now, God, given that
Yep.
I'm being benevolent in service, I'm asserting my abilities, and I'm acting in defense of others using my own bravery, can I restore any of my pathos? I'm hitting all 3 of my passions.
Roll your highest passion.
It'd be 5, right?
It'd be a 4, actually.
Roll it.
Oh,
Yeah, because I got 4, 3, and 3.
I got 5, 3, and 2.
You got one pathos back.
All right, well, that works.
Okay.
All right, so now you got some 3 pathos. You can use that to heal up as you need to endure the
Thank you.
storm.
I go out.
Don't
Whip
stretch
the door
yourself.
open. I got you, crew. I got you, friends. And if I
While
don't
he's
come
out
back,
there,
this ship is Saris's.
Like
I don't know
Jonah
if that's
says,
a blessing or a
hey,
curse.
wait a second. Why don't we negotiate that after the fact?
If I don't come back, there's no negotiating anything.
Speaking of, Gaius has been doing a lot of defending others.
Roll your passion.
Oh yeah.
Damage dice for going into the maelstrom. I'll wait for a guy to roll his.
Yeah, I am waiting to run out until Gaius does this.
No pathos back.
Dang.
The curse is
Alright.
back. All right, so here it comes.
Was worth a shot.
Here comes
Feel
the
the
damage.
wind and the everything hitting me.
Difficulty 6.
Mm.
Boom.
1, 2,
Roll
3,
the 10.
4, 6. 6.
All right, roll your stamina. Difficulty 6 to soak.
Please, dear Zed. Please, dear Zed. Oh, 2. Okay. So
2.
4.
Just take 4 lethal.
Oh my God! I'm glad I fully healed him before I went out there. Okay.
All right, so you
So is
rush out
pathos.
there as the wind breaks against you. pounding against you, ripping the corpus from your body as lightning strikes and the sky splits. The waves crash against the ship and it lifts starboard and rocks. And you grab a hold of the wheel and the chains bind you.
I'm going to use Weather Eye again, but this time I'm using it for movement.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend a willpower to get one extra
Success. Okay.
I need to roll, and I need to spend one Pathos and roll Perception and Argos.
Yes.
Three successes again,
One half
which means
normal
one
travel
half
time.
normal travel time. So I doubled our double, right?
One more turn
Okay.
in the maelstrom. So I'm going to roll
Okay.
the damage. That's 5. Roll your stamina.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Too
Okay.
lethal.
Yep. And I am going to spend one Pathos to heal again.
Okay. You're going to spend one Pathos to heal again.
Oh man. Yep.
Now I need you to make a dexterity plus athletics check. Difficulty 7. You need 3 successes as lightning streaks from the sky.
Would I
slamming
be
into-
dodging this lightning?
Yes, you would be dodging this lightning.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
No,
what was
A
the
lot of
difficulty?
twos.
7.
Okay. 0.
0. Hey, Iterate knows. 3
Oh,
bells is no
man.
joke.
Oh man.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta see lightning damage. 1 second. I don't have that pulled up immediately. So lightning damage.
Oh man.
And we're surrounded by water.
Searing lightning. Come on.
I must roll my highest fetter rating against a difficulty of 5 plus the Maelstrom rating. So Maelstrom rating. So I need to roll my highest fetter rating, which is a 5, against a difficulty of 8.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, 1 success.
One
The
success.
storyteller may lower the difficulty of the roll if the Wraith takes measures to protect her eyes. I
You
didn't.
did not. You didn't. You did not.
Failure
But you-
means that the Wraith takes a +2 penalty to all difficulties for the number of turns equal to the Maelstrom's rating.
Yes. Now
So
I want you to
difficulty-
make it perception plus awareness. Difficulty equal to 5 plus the maelstrom rating of 3. So it's a 8 difficulty to see if, with your weather eye. Your weather eye is already active to see if the fog lifts in. I want to see if it makes you wait another turn.
Nope, no successes.
You will spend one more turn in the maelstrom.
Okay.
What's your corpus at?
My corpus is at 5. I am going to spend one more Pathos to heal that corpus up to 6.
Okay.
And I just want to spend this turn just driving the ship in the Tempest with everything I have in me.
Right, here comes your damage dice.
Okay.
We're not doing freezing rain, just howling winds.
Okay.
It's literally just gonna make a joke that you need to get a raincoat.
One, 2, 3, 4. Roll it. Roll your stamina.
Come on. Big money. 2.
Nice.
Good
Take
old
it,
windbreaker.
Take 2.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
right.
Okay. And then what do I need to roll for the driving here? I will drive.
Yes, dexterity
Plus dexterity?
drive. -2.
-2. Okay.
Should add a -2 on your soak roll too, but I'm not going to go back and make you do it. Yep.
Thank God. All right. -2.
Seems
Okay.
out of
I still
pocket.
have this.
you go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're fine. As you crest through the clouds, you break through the maelstrom.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Quickly, as you pick up speed from the 2 uses of Weather Eye, the ship slams into something, crashing, front first. You couldn't possibly have seen it through the maelstrom.
I'm always aware of my weather conditions. At a 5 that I rolled,
Yes, you are.
I
This
should have
came
been
out
able
of
to see through it.
No, the fog that you went, the searing fog that you went through, that gave you the
Okay.
-2, is what obscured
Okay.
your vision.
Okay.
Rocks are not weather.
Yeah, but I could see through the weather so to be able to see the rocks. But I get it.
Only if they're falling out
Did
of the
we
sky.
crash into rocks? Because that wasn't specified.
I haven't explained what you've crashed into yet. Looming
Thanks for
above
impact.
you, hundreds of feet, is a large wooden door, floating in the tempest. The ship has pressed up against it. A door at the end of forever. You see cracks in the sky in the tempest around you, glowing with a green hue behind it.
Is one girl on it, then a dude freezing in the water?
It's not horizontal. It's vertical. No, Jack is not freezing next to it.
Are we still
You've-
below, or do we go up when
You are
we
still
feel
below.
the?
The only one above is purple. He's the only one who sees this. You've come across an island. You've run aground on an island, and there's a massive door in front of you.
Everybody in the hole lurches forward as we
Yes,
make contact.
as you
though,
make
so they definitely
contact.
feel it, right?
Yes, they definitely feel
Cushioned
it.
by 30 bodies. It's fine.
I'll make eye contact with Saris and Gaius and start making for the stairs. Quickly.
I yell out, "Land ahoy!"
You're supposed to yell that before you hit it. All right, let's make our way up. Whoa.
All right, so we're up on this deck. We see this door. How big is this door?
About 100
Comparatively.
it's about 100 feet high, roughly, probably 50 feet wide. You wouldn't know it's a door on the fact that there is a massive, and I'm talking massive round. You can't open this door. Clearly, you would have to be a giant, and you are little people compared to this door. You're minuscule. This is a door for giants.
Fascinating.
Fascinating or not, I'm disinclined to believe that this is anything other than a, what is it called? A ruse? Frontispiece? Malarkey. It's crap. It's pretty.
Would I know
But it's
anything
nothing.
about this?
Same.
I want you to make. I want anyone who wants to think about this to make an occult plus intelligence roll. Difficulty 9.
I have a specialty in researcher. Would that make a difference here?
No.
Okay. Oh,
Again,
Not
Saris doesn't have much
vampire
faith that
dice.
this is any good. Yes, poppycock.
Successes.
Thank you.
seems like seems like Saris thinks everything's a load of poppycock.
Well, when everything is showing itself to be a load of poppycock.
Gaius, you've heard over 2,000 years, you've heard lots of stories about far shores. You've heard stories about transcendence. You've heard stories about oblivion. But you've also heard stories about a door at the edge of the tempest. You've heard people who've been to the door. Not many, and it's maybe a tale you heard 1,500 years ago once in a necropoli you don't remember. But the Wayfarer, the harbor master at the time, who told you about it, the Wayfarer mentioned that the door whispered and called to them, that it offered three choices: oblivion, transcendence, or stasis. And that they had chose to neither oblivion or transcendence. But you didn't think anything of it at the time. It didn't make any sense. No one had been that far, not even Charon. So who was going to make who did this? And here you are. Evelyn, you've never heard of this, even though you got one success. But maybe this has something to do with some kind of meaning. You have a success. You did succeed, so you do have some inkling that maybe this has something to do with finding an answer. They're sure like this.
I
Things-
explain what I do know.
Things often present themselves metaphorically in the Tempest.
Do you disembark the ship?
How big is the island around the door?
It's decently big. You're not directly on the. It's probably a good 10-minute walk to the door to get to it from where you've landed.
Well, if it's made of paper mache, I want to go knock on it. Sick of being on this boat. So I follow the doctors.
Asher,
Oh, the doctors haven't disembarked. She's
Oh,
she likes to observe. She's not gonna be the first to jump off.
okay.
Asher's-
I'm going to be the first to jump off after Gaius.
Asher steps
up.
out, and he looks and he goes, "The apotheosis store."
Oh,
You
That's
seem
what
to
you
know
want
what
to
this
do?
is, sir.
If everybody speaks at once at him.
He says,
Explain.
I have. A look comes across his face. He has a skeletal looking appearance, but a look of resignation comes across his face. It was once long ago I sought to, chuckles, devour God. And I thought I would do so by finding a way through heaven, through the underworld. And he looks at the door and he goes, "Perhaps I found it now."
So you want to go through here and go eat God?
It's not as simple as you've just made it out to be.
Never is.
I don't. John himself
Simple
is
question.
not necessarily heavily religious, but he doesn't understand anything about what's going on here. And he's played plenty of JRPGs in his time about fighting God, but he doesn't necessarily, if there is a God, doesn't want to see him get eaten by this man.
Which god?
Asher looks to you.
There
he
are
says,
many.
He says, "The only God that ever truly mattered, Centurion, was the one that created everything. One that cursed Cain, the one that created Eden, the one that besmirched Lilith. It's the only God that ever truly mattered."
Bro, you sound crazy right now. I can't let you off this ship to go eat God. How do the rest of you guys feel about this?
I mean, honestly, I'm rather indifferent on that matter, particularly. But simple question, Mr. Asher: are we any closer to the Skinlands as you previously requested, or is this, well, I guess the apotheosis of that?
This is complete speculation on my part, but this is a description of what I always expected it to look like.
Big door, big problems. I understand. Okay.
Well, I ain't never seen a question I wasn't willing to walk around. So,
Conflicted. This is our second encounter with something that can grant transcendence.
I'm not ready to go. Guys?
Nor am I.
I'm happy with you guys.
I mean, we can keep going from catastrophe to catastrophe, and I'm down to clown with the rest of you folks, but I think you almost got torn apart getting here, sir. I think this journey is gonna end in the worst way the longer it goes on. And not that I'm looking for transcendence, trust me. I'm looking to find questions, excuse me. I'm looking to find the answers to all these questions. Not the least of which everything lying that I found in this afterlife. And you're saying the Abrahamics had everything right? Just points to everything else being a farce. Whatever this door is, I'm going to go knock on it. I'm going to see what the hell this is, because honestly, trust.
I'm not ready till you're all able to protect yourself, but it's said to be impossible to find once.
There you go. Should have got it when we saw it the first time.
I don't want you to go.
I don't want to go. I want answers. I want an answer that's going to answer me straight to my face. If there's a God to eat, he's got answers. So, whatever that is, I don't care. There's a big door. I'm going to go knock on it. Whatever it is. So you can come with me if you want. Like I said, if it opens and it says step on in, whatever. But I'm getting on that beach and I'm walking up to that door. And anybody else who wants to come can come.
Just feel like this is the end of it. And John kind of looks around at the three of you, and he just kind of thinks back to his life and this time during his unlife, and he's like, "Look, yeah, I mean it's been catastrophe after catastrophe. You're not wrong, Saris. But my whole life that I had was a catastrophe, and the difference between that and this is at least I didn't have to do this alone. I'm not going to watch you go up there alone either."
And I thank you. We wouldn't have gotten here if not for each other. Every one of us has held each other together in their own ways. I'm not looking to leave. I just want answers.
I run and take a jump off the side of the ship.
I am Millinold, Captain. I have been around before any nation you saw on a map existed. All I've known has crumbled. I am tired, and I will not feed oblivion.
There you go. If nothing else, this guy right here, this is what he wants. And I'm not going to let him walk up there alone.
You're definitely not alone, because the people you've been carrying are starting to flood off the boat onto the island.
As we're talking,
not
they're
what I
just
want.
filing
As you're
past us. They're not even
talking,
looking
yeah,
at us.
They're jumping off
Well,
the side
do
of
we
the
go?
ship
Do
as
we
well.
not go? Do we go? They're just all like single file walking through the doorway.
They're walking through the doorway, yeah.
We're
They don't
good,
seem
Well,
to
we're-
have much
bye.
brains. I'm not gonna lie. They
Lemmings.
seem a little.
Lemmings. Hey, listen, Disney
yep.
did Lemmings dirty. That's a myth. But anyway, and all we're saying is Greek to them anyway. They don't know what we're saying, so they know we stopped and they went off this boat. So
I just care about Psygnosis.
So that's where we're going to end tonight. Is right here, right at the door at the end of Forever. We're going to go into ads, but I'm going to do a real quick round before we get to ads. I want to get initial impressions.
Want
Then
me
we're
to
going to get
snooze?
into ads. If you can snooze them.
Yep.
All right,
There
they
you go.
are snoozed. All right, so we're going to start with the John Purple. You caused the biggest headache, not a headache, because you didn't cause a headache, but I wasn't expecting the Spectre combat. I didn't plan for it. You threw it in there. You didn't monkey wrench us too much because everything's on plan and everything's great. But thank you for that use of a shadow power and throwing just a surprise combat at us. The questions I want to ask tonight. Plus, I'm giving everyone 3 XP. It's not a lot of XP, I know. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit.
It's another attribute somewhere.
What I want to know is what you learned tonight. There's something that was learned tonight. I hope today you guys picked it up. What you liked about tonight, even if there was anything. What you didn't like, be harsh on me. And your favorite role play. There was a lot of role play tonight.
I think I learned. Obviously, there was quite a lot of what Saris has to say about, don't just trust everything that you see with your eyes in here. Everything is, in his words, poppycock. everything's crap. And I don't know that John learned that. He's still very surface level. Like, you tell him this, he kind of accepts it for the most part. And that's part of why, like, when he saw that vision and the other person in his shop, he was like, oh, is that what happened? Because every other vision he's had, it's just been, what he thought had happened, and then this happened, and it brings a little bit of doubt to his origin story of his death, but I think I learned that a little bit. As far as what I liked, I really liked the high stress environment that we were in. I really liked the high stress environment that we were in. That was super fun being in a 3-bill maelstrom, and not everything going according to plan. And I like the teamwork aspect of it, where it was like, hey, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to drive this boat, and Saris Harris is going to come out here and keep me alive, and Gaius is going to defend him with his body. And suddenly the Halls are there just watching, or Evelyn Hall is there just watching this unfold, and is like, wait a second, what's going on? And I thought that was super cool. Like, I thought it was super cool. As far as what I didn't like, not really much I didn't like. Wraith is a hard game to play that other side of it, where, you said, you gave me some props for bringing in this surprise combat, but man, I felt like a heel the entire time, because also John, the other character I play beyond the shadow of the doctors, I'm in the boat. I'm inside the skin of the boat. And I'm like, whatever, no problems for me. It's not my issue. Like, is what it kind of plays off as. And I think to a normal player, and with the wrong group of players, they would not be able to differentiate between the two things.
Right.
It was not John, and it was not Cody. It was the shadow that attacked. Right. And you have to play 2 separate characters that way. And they're not always going to be working in your favor. And I thought it'd be interesting. But
you know
man,
what? And I appreciate that you used the shadow in that way. I really do. I always have NPCs, I always have specters queued up in case someone does do something like that. So it didn't take me long to readjust. So thank you. Nerded Art. Tell me what you learned, what Evelyn learned tonight, or thinks she may have learned tonight.
Evelyn's not sure what she learned tonight, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially because Evelyn's been so stone set this entire time that, like, they were attacked, they were killed by something. And, she just gets these little creeping whispers of doubt, and like, are you sure you know that? You don't know that for sure. And I really did appreciate Nerdwire's role play there as the shadow. I thought it was perfectly timed. It was, and Evelyn now is, haunted by the fact that she just spent the last couple rounds shooting a visage of her husband who she hasn't seen since she got here. Like, that was upsetting.
Steady
The first time she gets to see Jake since she's died and she has to shoot him, she she instantly knew that's not Jake. It can't be Jake. Jake's here.
Of course I know him.
Yeah.
I'm him.
He's me.
So that was really good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this all goes with this very mysterious door. I am excited. That being said, what do I roll if I want to try and recover a pathos? Because I feel like exploration and discovery, we
Knowing your
have
passions?
found the unknown of the Tempest.
Roll that passion.
All right.
Difficulty 6.
Ooh.
2 pathos.
Yay.
2 pathos. All right. So, what didn't you like about game? And what your favorite role play?
I would have to give it to Nerdwire as my shadow tonight. I thought that was really good. And I can't say there really isn't anything that I didn't like. I'd say the only thing that I didn't like is really my own fault. I haven't kept great notes on this Wraith game, and because it's me and Wildwood switching back and forth, sometimes like you're like, oh, what's the last thing you remember? I'm like, I don't know what the last thing I remember is. Here we go. But it's fitting for the characters. So
I said that last week. I really like that aspect of both of your
Yeah.
characters. Like Wildwood was here for that last week. You weren't. So I'm going to say it again for you, is that I think that, yes, it adds confusion and makes the game more difficult for you guys, but I really like that aspect of your character.
It's playing a character with multiple personality disorder. Like, you don't know what's happening when the other's away. It's interesting.
It makes it to where you don't really have to role play the confusion that much. You really don't know.
The
But it also
confusion's
gives us a
there.
half
It's
second
genuine.
to bring the audience up to speed when it's like, oh, hey, Dr. Hull, how you doing?
That's
Where you
true.
been?
That's true.
Okay. That brings us to the keyword savior, Saris Harris. Tell us what Saris Harris may have learned tonight about anything, or what you learned tonight about the plot. Not just maybe about what Saris Harris, maybe what you may have learned going forward about stuff.
Twofold. Sarah Harris definitely learned that you cannot trust anything in whatever this plane is other than the direct actions of the people that you see in front of you. Like, nothing can be trusted. But otherwise, he also learned that his utility lies in making the most of what he does have, these abilities that he, has in this realm. He may not
Wow.
physically have the ability to swing a punch or grapple somebody, but he can steal the making of them. He can steal the essence of them, and he can deliver it to both himself and the others. And so, yeah, he essentially is a battle healer. It's something well outside his consideration. One thing I do want to say is I absolutely loved the fact that the lie that the book showed Dr. Evelyn Hall was just a picture of Jake. Like, that was a master stroke. You could have painted anything, but less is more right there.
We don't know
just
if that's a lie. We don't know if that's a lie. That's her assumption.
That's what Sarah Harris is trying to investigate, right? That's why he's like conducting experiments with this stuff. Dude, I loved all the role play tonight. It's just and so here's the thing. You say what I don't like. It's you say it yourself. Wraith is a difficult game to play. A lot of people are intimidated by it. It's real easy to see why. The shadows are particularly difficult to factor in when the psyches are all reliant on each other. And so as a player character, like right now, John Purple has 2 angst. That's not even enough for me to other than summon random specters. And, I could do that twice, but that's it. But I loved also so Nerdwire's roleplay as the Doctor's shadow was also fantastic. I don't know who I'm hearing.
I don't know what I'm hearing either.
Oh, thanks, Wildwood.
Might be Childwood.
Yeah, I think it's Childwood. That's pretty great.
But yeah, that was great. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say is perhaps in a different setting, Wraith, Oblivion, Tempest wise, it would be easier to work in the Shadow's actions, being malicious towards the player characters. But like, if I just go ahead and throw out a couple of specters showing up on the scene, we're done. Like, it's crazy. But I also did like being able to whisper at John Purple. It's something I think I'll have to do a little bit more often. And while not necessarily like a mask, maybe something that we can kind of indicate that we're playing shadow wise. Doing a different voice is easy enough, but that's everything, right?
That's everything. Yep. That brings
it actually got to dispatch an enemy. Sarah's actually got to not only effectively attack, but dispatch an enemy. So Sarah's is blooded, so to speak.
Sakra's turn.
Gaius has learned that he still holds onto existence despite his yearning for an end. He finds a 1 in a million chance to get exactly what he wants for a second time, yet he makes excuses to continue.
This is true. It's a very psychological game, Wraith. It really gets into the core of identity and what you want and who you are and what happened to you.
Yeah. Let me apologize to John Purple, man. You're breaking up over the fact that Sarah's just like, I just want to go see it. You're like, oh, go. I was lonely in my life. I would be lonely in
My
afterlife.
favorite part was the use of shadows tonight. We had some good moments from it. Ceres's urging of Purple wound up hurting 3 of the party, plus some of the passengers.
I did like the use of shadows tonight. It was kind of on point. It was the most we've used them, really, at any one time, which is hard. As a crew, it's no one wants to be mean to their friends, right? So shadows are hard. Shadows are definitely hard. Probably the hardest part of the Wraith, as I think Keywork was intimating.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like kind of like I believe it was Keywork that said this. Is like we're all dependent on each other's success, and the moment I throw a wrench in that is a moment that I, as a player, also suffer. If everybody else dies, it's just me, and I'm like, oh no, like, what am I doing? It's so hard.
Yeah.
I thought we might have a harrowing tonight with Keywork getting sucked into the Nile with his with the Jake he was grappled with.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now a harrowing does not mean death. It just means you go through something. I'm glad we didn't go through it because I don't think we were prepared to have you guys go through that. So that's good. Now let me do my likes, dislikes, what we learned, what we didn't. I think we learned a lot tonight on the nature of everyone's kind of mysterious death and what people are willing to believe about themselves. I think people are willing to make excuses to blame their deaths on something other than what they think it might have been, whether the book is lying or not. Maybe the book is telling the truth. Maybe the book is not. We will see one way or the other. What I didn't like about game, there's nothing. I had a really good time. I was dealing with some real imposter syndrome all morning about today, but everything worked out. I had a great time.
And Gaius is like, I got stabbed. A lot.
I got stabbed a lot. Exactly.
Stabbing, give and take. That's life.
So, and Wraith, I'm really enjoying Wraith. We've got one more episode of Wraith, folks. Just one more. And I have a feeling that we're going to have some very satisfying, maybe endings for characters. I wouldn't mind picking up Wraith in a period of time if characters survive or not. Not next Saturday though, because I believe the Wildwoods are going to be out of town. So we're going to
do a one shot.
2 weeks.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll do the one shot next week for Avatar. If people are available. If not, we won't. We'll see. I'll talk to people. Nothing's set in stone yet. We'll see if we can't get that one shot going. All right, folks. I'm going to send us out on a raid. I want to thank everyone. Remember to follow all the people you see here. Team Wildwood, Nerdwire Plays, Keyword Savior, Sacker with an _. Throw them all follows. Make sure you do that. Follow me if you want to see what we do. Monday night, everyone. We got Candle in the Meat Hall, session 4. I can't wait. It's going to be a big one. We're going as a preview. I'm going to be, there's going to be some new house rules being previewed. They've already been previewed. They're going to be debuted in game. It's going to be great. Bingo, bango, bongo. We're going to send that raid out to Ticking Time Bob Gaming. They are playing Legend of the Five Rings. Not Bong Gaming. Bob Gaming.
Thank you, Pitterit. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I had a freaking blast. I love playing Saris Harris, man. I'm almost sad for Wraith to end.
So stick with me. I did the wrong thing.
I'll rate the same. Love
Excellent.
everyone. I'll be back tomorrow for more Summer Games Fest.
Nice. So let's get this raid going. And I will see you all shortly. I wish I had some exiting credits for this, but I don't. So let me make sure I'm in the raid. I'm there before.
Have a good night, Brooke. Thank you for hanging out.
Have a good night, Brooke. And
Thanks
here
everyone for
we
hanging
go.
out.
So long, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
It's the outer district from the inner district, and yet another wall that separates the Imperial Forbidden City. As we zoom in, we see the Great Sepun Hill, the place where the Kami fell from heaven to earth, the place where the first tournament happened to decide who would be the Emperor. And it's here that we zoom in to see a great embassy with a Crane Clan Mon on it. We see a middle-aged gentleman, his hair dyed in the crane white, and beside him, a slightly younger